Good job. You can also make noise for Kevin, who's going to be making me sound so good. He left, though, but he'll be back. We'll make noise for him anyway. Yay! He'll be there throughout this evening. So my name is Wonder, like the bread. Oh, you're too young. Come on. Not now. Don't give up on me yet. There we go. We got this. I just got back from a 4-month national tour thing, and this weekend I'm leaving for another 8-week tour thing because I love pain. That's the true story. So if you have friends anywhere in the West Coast, the Southwest, and the Midwest, warn them because I will be there, whether they like it or not. So here's a song. Disappear. You know there's ice upon the streets. Winter won't be over anytime soon. The cold is everywhere, our hearts and on our cheeks. This is no place for a pretty thing like you. Ooh, but if you stay a while, I'll see what I can do. I will light these bones on fire to keep you warm inside. The wind will howl and beat us down, won't let this fire die. If you still are shivering when the morning breaks the sky, I will light these bones on fire to keep you warm inside. Now our city's drenched in silver, the color of the waxing moon. The blood is freezing in our veins, we're trapped, the world is dying. I'm scared that we won't make it through. Ooh, but I can bear this ending. you can bear it too, I will light these bones on fire to keep you warm inside. The wind will howl and beat us down. Don't let this fire die. If you still are shivering when the morning breaks the sky, I will light these bones on fire to keep you warm inside. You'll be alright. You'll be alright. You'll be alright. Hello, hope, my tired friend. Where have you been? How'd you find me here? Please don't leave again. I'll hold you close so you won't wither. Every winter too must end. Every winter must end. Every winter too must end. Thank you. This is so fun. This is my first time here. I've heard so much about this fantastic place, and I'm so happy to finally grace the stage. And you guys are so cool. Are you having a good evening? Are you drinking drinks? Are you tipping the people giving you those drinks? It's very important. Do you want to hear a story? Well, I will pose the story as a question. Have any of you ever, you know the phrase like go big or go home? Have you ever done that with like a bad thing and just been like, well, I'm already this far over the edge. I might as well just go all in and commit to the spiral. And a really good example of this is when like you know you shouldn't eat the cake and you have like a little smidgen, you have like a half of a piece, and then you're like, I might as well eat the whole cake because there's no going back from the crumb that I ate, you know? And I used to definitely feel trapped in my bad decisions and my spirals, and I'm not anymore, and that feels really cool. But I wrote this at a time when I felt super trapped to it. This song is called Strings. Here's a surprise. You're not what I bargained for. I'm finding your face in every picture on my wall. Fighting your gaze is like fighting the sunrise. Why do I even try? You're swallowing me like the tide of the ocean that I can't fight. Well, here's to you and your mastery of every string that holds me together. Now watch me dance in your hands. I'll spin around and around, around and around, around and around. of your bright lights. No need to come rescue me. Just bury me in the salt of my own skin and serve me right. Well, here's to you and your mystery of every string that holds me together. Now watch me dance in your hands. I'll spin around and around, around and around, around and around. No, around and around, 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 here's to you and your mastery of every string that holds me. Now watch me dance in your hands. I'll spin around and around, around and around, around and around. Thank you. Do you want to hear something new? I mean, we don't have to. I could play something old. We could go like way back, like Sinatra old. It's up to you though. Do you? Okay. If you insist. Do you want to hear a story? I have a question for you first though. How many of you think that things that grow really fast are usually the things that last a really long time? It's a trick question. Don't raise your hand yet. No, they don't. Especially if that involves people. And I learned a while ago that I think processes should take a while. And have you guys seen that? There's that chart, and I don't know if it's like about recovery or like getting better from an issue, and it's like a cycle, and you sort of like always end up coming back to it, but from a different angle. And so there's always like different ways that you can grow from that same thing, which is not intimidating or despair-inducing at all, that you're really never going to get over things. But I was recently in an 8-month ordeal with a human being who decided the day that he met me that he wanted to marry me and make babies with me, and that's not a thing that you should do to anybody ever. I mean, you can marry them and make babies with them, just like don't make that decision the day you meet somebody, because it probably won't work out good for you. Anyways, that ended a couple months ago, and since then I've been like trying to process it in a way that's really healthy and trying really hard to get that catharsis musically. And I struggled because I would write really like angry songs and songs that were poignant and songs that they felt honest but they weren't true. Have you ever experienced that, where you're like, this is true for me, but it's not like a true thing, and it's not something I want to put out in the world? Nobody? Just me? Cool. That's fine. You're all the normal ones. It's cool. But I finally hit my stride, and I wrote this thing, and I was able to sort of sum up something that was true for me and true in general. And this is called Evergreen, Perennial, because I'm on this weird song naming kick. Anyways, enjoy it. The stubbornness of these memories is whistling, faltering and withered like the trees overhead. The fingers of the cherry trees are shuddering their leaves. No stranger to letting go when the summer cools to an end. But you won't let go. Ooh, can't you see your hands are cold? You want to love like evergreen, gotta take your time and grow slow, sink your roots deep. You can't rush design, though it's dark in the mire of starting from nothing. Waiting won't leave you behind. You want to love like evergreen. Your stubbornness in holding on is telling, but when push comes to shove, somehow every time you fall, why do you think you keep tearing up like a weed, flower stem and roots and all? When you won't let go. Ooh, even though your hands are cold. You want to love like evergreen, gotta take your time and grow slow, sink your roots deep. You can't rush design, though it's dark in the mire of starting from nothing. Waiting won't leave you behind. You want to love like evergreen. First it has to die. If you want to grow a seed, first it has to die. If you want to grow a seed, first it has to die. It has to break, it has to fight, it has to wait, it has to try. You want to love like evergreen, gotta take your time and grow slow, sink your roots deep. You can't rush design. Oh, you wanna love like evergreen, gotta take your time and grow slow, sink your roots deep. You can't rush desire, though it's dark in the mire of starting from nothing. Waiting won't leave you behind. You want to love like evergreen, gotta take your time. You want to love Thank you. This next piece that I'm going to play for you. By the way, is this all right? Do you like the originals, or should I switch to covers? What do you want? I'm here for you. Okay. Good job. Thank you. There are no wrong answers here. Except, no, I absolutely will not tip my baristas. That is a wrong answer, for which you will receive lots of really bad karma. But nobody will do that here. Because we love our baristas, don't we? That was weak. We love our baristas, don't we? That was better. Good job. So this song is called Scrap Metal Man, and it's about being human. Got what I asked for, it's shiny and red, and it came on a chain I can take on my neck. And my God, it's so good to be feeling. I do believe this is happy I'm feeling. Every sensation is music and light. How'd I go without feeling so much all my life? But my God, this is so overwhelming. It's heavier now, and I think that it's growing. And all of the ticking is driving me crazy. It's echoing loud, now people are staring. I actually care what they think. Because now that I'm feeling, I want them to love me. My lover flew off in a hot air balloon, took my love and my light and her little dog too. And my God, I'm too small for this feeling. I'm aching and empty, aluminum reeling, and all of the ticking is driving me crazy. It's echoing loud, now people are staring. I say I don't care what they think, but under my pride I still want them to love me. Mr. Wizard, can you please take it away from me? It's too big and too soft and too easily broken. It's noisy and confused and easily broken. And now it's starting to bleed. Give me something instead that's not easily broken. Got what I asked for, it's shiny and red, and it came on a chain I can't take off my neck. And my God, it's so much to be feeling. I do believe this is human, I'm feeling. All of the ticking is driving me crazy. I think it's my fault when the ones I love leave me, and I'm just a scrap metal man. But under my skin I still want you to love me. Under this tin I still need you to love me. I let you in if you say that you love me. Say that you love me. I need you to love me. Do you want to hear a story? Okay, good, because you're going to get one. And I'm glad we're all having this happen willingly as opposed to the other way around. Consensual storytelling is the best storytelling. Do you want to hear the story of how I was in 5 car accidents in the last 5 months? And only 1.5 of those was my fault. And that's not made up. That's a real statistic that the insurance company told me. But like, the really bad one, like you can have a good car accident, the really bad one happened hours after I'd finished a defensive driving course, which goes to show it doesn't matter. You could be the best driver in the whole world, and someone named Michael from Arlington is still going to run a red light at 2 o'clock in the morning going 80 miles an hour and come within literal inches of taking you off the map. Which didn't happen, I don't think. Pretty sure I'm here. I don't know. How do you know when you're alive? Questions to ponder. We'll talk about this after I'm done. Think about it. Anyways, did you know that car accidents are expensive? I didn't. I do now. If you would like to contribute to the Help Wonder Recover from Multiple Car Accidents Fund / Help Wonder Not Starve Fund / Help Wonder Leave Redmond and Go to the Next Town Fund, I have a jar there. I have a suitcase yonder there where my CDs are. My CDs are by donation. Please feel free to take them and put something in my suitcase. And also, please get on my mailing list. Even if you don't like what's happening to you right now, get on my mailing list, because then I can warn you of when I'm coming back to your town, and it won't be like that awkward we broke up, but now we're at the same party, and now everybody is uncomfortable. Get on the mailing list. That's not why I told you that story. I told you that story because, like all things which cause pain in a poet's life, I wrote songs about these car accidents. I wrote one song for all of them. And it helped. I had a little catalytic help because of that 8-month ordeal thing that I was talking about that was happening at the same time. And it was just really difficult to find my footing in this relationship with this person, because stuff kept happening, like car accidents and like mental breakdowns on Stevens Pass in the middle of January, and like finding out that somebody's therapist was actually a murderer. Like real crazy, like whoa. Stuff that doesn't usually happen in normal relationships. I don't think. Have you ever been in a relationship where one of your therapists was a murderer?
No, not my therapist.
Oh. You've got some stories. So I did 2 birds with one stone, and I wrote about car accidents, and I wrote about being in a strange relationship, and I put it in one thing. And this song is called Finger on the Pulse, and it's going to be on this album that I'm releasing on Saturday. Very excited about it. If you would like to come to the pre-album release party / Goodbye Wonder and Good Riddance on your tour party, I'll be playing at Tim's Tavern on Wednesday. I don't know what time. No one will tell me. Just come and camp out. Anyways, this is Finger on the Pulse. Thank you. Twisted metal on the road. Let's take stock of what we've got. Shaking hands and ears still ringing. How do you know when you're alive? On the pulse, I keep missing that beat, keep missing that beat, I keep missing that beat. Finger on the pulse, I keep missing that beat, keep missing that beat, I keep missing that beat. Stay with me, baby, we'll sew up the broken parts, nice and neat. Finger on the pulse, I keep missing that beat, missing that beat, I keep missing. you're here anyway, let me say this was not the plan. Sorting our guts out from the wreck. My blind eyes, your souls of lead. Somehow we got this far alive. Trying to keep ourselves alive. Finger on the pulse, I keep missing that beat. Keep missing that beat, I keep missing that beat. Finger on the pulse, I keep missing that beat. Keep missing that beat, keep missing that beat. Stay with me, baby, we'll sew up the broken parts nice and neat. Finger on the pulse, I keep missing that beat. Keep missing that beat, keep missing that beat. Oh. How do you know when you're alive? How do you know when you're alive? How do you know when you're alive? Finger on the pulse, I keep missing that beat. Keep missing that beat, keep missing that beat. Finger on the pulse, I keep missing that beat. Keep missing that beat, keep missing that beat. Stay with me, baby, we'll stop the broken parts nice and neat. Finger on the pulse, I keep missing that beat. Keep missing that beat, I keep missing that beat. Finger on the pulse. How do you know when you're alive? How do you know when you're alive? Thank you. So I was in Leavenworth all day yesterday for Rocktoberfest, as we call it up in yonder mountain. And I had a time. Man, have any of you ever been the only sober person in the room? Yeah, okay. Have any of you ever been the only sober person in the entire tiny Bavarian town? It was frightening. Like, I don't even know if the bartenders were sober. It was very intense. It was not intense. Actually, there was a tent. There was an Oktoberfest tent. Wow. I'm not clever. It's okay. I'll see myself out. It's all right. And I played at 2 p.m., so I got there at noon, and then I played at 2, played from 2 to 4, and then I went across the street and I got me a gluten-free pumpkin spice waffle and a nice little matcha smoothie, because Leavenworth now has a health bar called the Hunter's Wife. So if you have been forestalling going to Leavenworth because literally all there is to eat are sausages, now there is hope for all of us. It's true. And then I could have left, but I didn't, because my friends are in a band touring from Baltimore, and they weren't playing until 10. So I got to spend all day in Leavenworth just watching people get progressively more drunk and have like no boundaries, and like everybody wanted to touch my hair and my tattoos. I have lots of tattoos under here. Everybody wanted to touch them. It was a time. Do you want to know what happened after that? So I watched my friends play, and then it was 11:30, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go now. And I'm going to have myself a nice little leisurely 2.5-hour drive home. I'm going to be home by 2:30 in the morning, and I'm going to sleep, and it'll be great. An hour into that drive on Stevens Pass, I see a little teeny light on the side of the road. And as I pass in my headlights, I see the figure of a human, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I turn around, and it's this like cyclist, and it's 12:30 at night, and homeboy's trying to do some biking on the mountain, and I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, is there a gas station nearby? And I'm like, no. And he's like, it's all downhill from here, right? And I'm like, no. Where are you going? And he's like, I'm going to a wedding in Wenatchee Lake. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, I'm from Texas. Okay. 180 miles isn't a lot to bike in Texas, where it's flat. Like, he's never been on a mountain before, and he just decided to like really adventurously bike the mountains of Washington to get to this wedding, and he's never been here before, and it was like raining and gross. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever tried to drive Stevens Pass, but the people who drive that pass are frightening. And there were deer, and it was, so I saved him, rescued a little stray cyclist, took him to Lake Wenatchee. Neither of us got murdered, which was great. I got home at 4:30 in the morning, and I slept. So that was my night, and now I'm going to play you a song that I wrote about mountains. Is that okay? Okay, cool. This is also a song about how it's really important to be able to reconsider your... Oh, I had a really good word that was going to make me sound really clever. Reconsider your decisions, essentially, and like be willing to rethink your beliefs, even if at the end of that process you still come to the same conclusion. I think it's really important to just open up the box and be like, is this really what needs to be in here? And then if the answer is yes, you close it and move on. This is called, you ready for a dramatic song title? I wasn't kidding. The Mountain's Lament. It's also called, in parentheses, Prove Me Wrong. This was in my pretentious songwriting year 2.5 years ago. Thanks. I can keep my hands to myself. I can keep my words polite. I can sit and grit my teeth and plant my feet into the ground. But what good does it do me in the end? In the end. If I cannot be moved, what right have I to ask a change of you? If I cannot be tamed, why wait for you to show me different? If I cannot be moved, can you prove me wrong? I can stand up tall against the wind, proud, unmoving, high in my stone cold tower. I can grow a thicker skin, defend my heart, won't let you in. But what good does that do me in the end? Can I bear? Oh, if I cannot be moved, what right have I to ask a change of you? If I cannot be tamed, have I to ask a change of you if I cannot be tamed? Wait for you to tell me different if I cannot be moved. Can you prove me wrong? Can you prove me wrong? Thank you. Can I play another one and then take a break? Is that cool? Okay, cool. That's what I'm gonna do. Do you want to hear a really new one? Okay, cool. That's a lot. If I remember what it's called, that would probably help. Please hold. Do you want to hear a story? So when you're a girl songwriter, there's this weird double standard that exists about writing songs about love interests, especially if it's a dude love interest. I don't know if you guys know. I've only experienced it a little bit, thankfully, because people in this region are very cool and passive-aggressive and don't tell things to your face. But I've wrestled with this because I have so clearly embedded in my head the very first really big concert that I did. It was a couple years ago at the Rendezvous, and my aunt, who I live with, actually came out, which is a really big deal because my aunt and my uncle are agoraphobic. So, is it agoraphobic or agoraphobic? Does it matter? They don't like going out where people are. And I was going through the set list, and then I was capo on. This is a song that I wrote about myself and not about somebody else. And then my aunt was like, woo! And so I just remember that, and that sort of defined the whole songs about love interests, bad, songs about everything else, good. And I don't think that's how art works. I think art is just how you feel at the time about anybody. So it's a really big deal when I can write a song about a person. I don't know if any of you have ever experienced anything like this, or if I'm just babbling into the void, but that's okay. So I recently caught some feels from a person, and in order to manage that and deal with that, I was able to just write it all down and then think clearly and be yeah, no, this is just a crush, and you're actually not that awesome, but that's okay. Does that ever happen to anybody, where you're able to make art out of a little fascination, and then after the fact you're haha? No? Just me. Cool. That's fine. You guys are very encouraging tonight. It's great. Thank you. This song is called Please, 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 because I've been on a really creative streak, and I am clearly just overflowing with really good vernacular. Have buttons. This pedal has a knob, and I don't know how you're supposed to deal with that. I think it's just pain. I got this. Cool. Circling like hummingbirds in sweetened routine. Your gaze is an anchor when you lay it on me. Inhibition takes its coat and heads for the door. I get it in my head that I'd like to know you more. Same room, same names, same faces, nothing's changed, but it's like I saw you in a new light. Same room, same names, same faces, nothing's changed. But it's like I saw you for the first time. Now I'm saying, please, please, please go easy on me. I'm still scalding from my last defeat. But this crazy notion's telling me that this might just be something. So please, please, please go easy on me. Circling the airwaves, your hand in my hands. Linger by the front door where we start to dance. Swallow my inhibition, can I come here again? Do you wanna know me more, or is this all in my head? Same room, same names, same faces, face to change. Do you want to see me in a new light? Please, please, please go easy on me. I'm still scalding from my last defeat. But this crazy notion's telling me that this might just be something. So please, please, please go easy on me. Same room, same names, same faces, nothing's changed. Please, please, please go easy on me. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna get some tea. Is the tea here good? Okay, good. I hope you all have sampled every piece of the menu. You probably didn't get the memo when you came in. It was on the door that everybody here, between all of you, you have to have the whole menu because I want to know what I should get off of what you got. You didn't get the memo. It's okay. That's fine. I'll figure it out for myself. Thanks for hanging out. Make noise for Kevin, who's helping me sound really good. There he is. Hey, right on cue. Cool. Make noise for your fantastic baristas. We got Jackie and is it Makia? Did I get it? Yes. Go me. All right. Thank you so much.